Hello students, today we have seen subject OCM, next chapter 5 forms of business organization 2. We have seen forms of business organization 1 and we have seen here business organization forms of business organization 2. There is an introduction of private sector and public sector or industrial policy 1956. So there is, according to the two persons, public enterprise means state ownership and operations of industry, agriculture and commercial undertaking. Public sector classified as departmental organization, statutory corporation and government of company. In this chapter we have seen public sector organization. Let us see one by one. First is a departmental organization. In organization of departmentals which is owned, managed and controlled and financed by the government is the departmental organizations. It is charged minister in charge of ministry is head of this organization or development organization acts through officers of the government and all employees are called government employees. For example, the post office, railways, defense industry, radio, public utility services, etc. is held under public sector organization. So with features 5.2.1, let us see one by one features of the departmental organization. First feature is managed by government. The departmental organization is managed by a concerned government department, ministry of all top responsible to the parliament for its operations. Delegations of authority. The downward delegations of authority is affected from the top executive to every part of the organization. Financed by the government. Departmental organization is financed through annual budget appropriations made by the legislature of its revenues are directly paid to the government treasury run by the government. Different procedures like budgeting, accounting and auditing are at par with government departments. No separate legal entity. Departmental organization has no separate government entity. They working under the concerned ministry. Government employees, since it is the main part of the government, the staffs of the enterprises is treated equally for any purpose of the government employees. There is a merits and demerits also in departmental organization. Let us see merits. Point number 5.2.2, direct control. The departmental organizations, there is a direct control and absolute control of government over the enterprise. Direct revenue to the government. The revenues of enterprises directly to go to the government treasury. In the departmental organization, less overheads, as departmental organizations are operated by government themselves. The administrative overhead charge are less. Proper use of funds. These undertakings are subjects to change for misuse of funds or less in the departmental organizations. Qualified staff. These organizations are properly managed and supervised by the qualified staff. Maintain secrecy. These organizations maintain maximum secrecy on policy matter and also they take essential goods and services. Point number 5.2.3, demerits of departmental organizations. Delay in action. As departmental organization as controlled by the government, there is always centralized and authorize such excessive centralization of authority lead to delay in action. Red tapezium and bureaucracy, मतलब नौकरशाही और conference absences, then less scope of initiative. There is no scope for common sense, assets and liabilities, and skills as the procedure and policies are subjects in the parliament. Lack of flexibility. Department organization always lacks flexibility due to excessive control of the government, delayed decisions for each and everything. The ministry or the top executive at the lower level cannot take any decision. Absence of professionalism, fear of public criticism, frequent transfers and official affect the efficiency of these organizations. Then statutory corporations 5.3. A statutory corporation is an autonomous corporate body created by the special parliament or state legislature with defined powers function, for example Reserve Bank of India, LIC, etc. Features of statutory corporation. Corporate. Next section is statutory corporation. Statutory corporation held under special act for legislator which defines power, functions and duties. For example, LIC, Reserve Bank of India. Features of corporation. Corporate body means what? सहकार्य करना. Statutory corporation is an artificial person created by law and it's an independent legal entity. It is managed by the board of directors or constituted by the government. A corporation has to write into the contracts and can undertake any kind of business under its own name. Next is answerable to the legislator. A statutory corporation is answerable to parliament or state assembly. It can only discuss policy matter and overall performance of the corporation own staffing system. Employees are not government servants. Even though the government own and manage a corporation, employees of various corporations receive balanced or uniform pay and benefits by the government. They are recruited by the government as per the rules laid by the corporation. Financial autonomy. A statutory corporation enjoy financial autonomy or independence. It is not subject to the budget according to an audit controls after getting the prior permissions from the government. It can even borrow money within and outside the country. No political interference. A statutory corporation comes into existence by following particular act. The statutory information working and administration of statutory corporation. There is a merits of statutory corporation 5.3.2. Initiative and flexibility. Operations and management of a statutory corporation is done independently without any government's interference with its own initiative and flexibility. Administrative autonomy. A statutory corporation is able to manage its affairs with independence and flexibility. A statutory corporation is relatively free from antapism as there is less file work and less formality to be completed before taking decision. Efficient staff. The statutory companies can have their own rules and regulations regarding to remuneration and recruitment of employees. Professional management. Board of directors of statutory corporation consist of business experts and representatives of various groups such as labor, consumers who are nominated by the government. Easy to raise capital. Such corporations are fully owned by the government, so they can easily raise required capital for low rate of interest. Then demerits of statutory corporation 5.3.3 autonomy on paper only. The autonomy and flexibility of statutory corporation is known as only the participatory government. The political parties often interfere with the working of this corporation. Lack of initiative in statutory corporation do not have to face any competitive and are not guided by a motive, so the employees do not take initiative to increase the profit, reduce the losses of the statutory corporations are made good by the government. Rigid structure. The objects and powers of statutory corporations are defined by the Act, and this can amended only by amending the statute or the Act. So it is the rigid structure. Then clashes upon interest. The government appoint the board of directors and their work is to manage. As there are many members, it is quite possible that their interest may be because of its reason. The spoon functioning of the corporation may be very clashes among the interest. Unfair practices. The government board of statutory corporations may have unfair practices. They have high practice or cover up efficiency. Then there is activity visit RBI headquarters at Mumbai and collect information about like corporations and statutory corporations. Then next point 5.4 government company. So it is the Government Company Act 2013 and minimum 50% shares capital held by the central government and state government and partly by one or more state government is known as government company. There is a National Therm Corporation, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, in Hindustan Machine Tools. The shares of government company are purchased in the name of President of the India. Next is a important concept. Annual report, then appointment of auditors, shareholders and management. In government company, annual report and audit reports are represented before the parliaments, and in case of state companies, such a report are presented before the state legislation. Appointment of auditor. Government on the advice of Controller Auditors General of India appoint the auditor of a government company. Then shareholding. A government company इन शेयर होल्डिंग मीन्स वॉट, जो शेयर्स लेती है कंपनी उसमें से जो शेयर होल्डर्स को मिलता है इट्स कॉल्ड एज शेयर होल्डिंग. सो इट इज़ अ गवर्नमेंट कंपनी आइदर owned by the government, and in wholly owned company 100% capital is provided by the government, and these owned companies minimum 50% capital is held by the government or combination of government. It is hold maximum 49% share capital. Then management. The management of government company is in the hand of board of directors who are nominated by the government and private investors together. Government company has professional management and skillful employees which results into higher performance. Then features 4.5.4.1 registration under Companies Act. The have government companies had formed under the Companies Act 2013, and it is the provision of this act, and it is government is registration under central government, and the provision of the Companies Act shall not apply the government company or shall apply with certain modifications. Separate legal entity. A government is company is a separate legal entity from the government. It can acquire properly, can make contracts, and can file suits in its own name. Majority of government directors in government company, major capital is held by government. So in board of director, maximum directors are appointed by respective government. Ownership. Government company has its own staff of government who are sent on deportations. Its employees are not governed by civil service rules. A government company is free from budgetary accounting and audit control, which are applicable to government undertakings. Then the next is a merits 5.4.2. A government company can be easily formed under the Companies Act just by the decisions of the company. Internal autonomy. A government company can manage its affairs independently. It is relatively free from ministerial control and political interference on its day-to-day functioning. Easy to alter. Objectives and powers of the government company can be changed by simply elective the memorandum of association of the company without seeking the approval of the parliaments. Discipline. The government company is subject to the provision of the Companies Act, which keeps the management of the company active, alert, and disciplined. Professional management. Government company can employ professionally qualified managers because it has its own personal policies. Public accountability. The annual report of the government company is presented to the parliament and legal registration. The report can be discussed and debated there. Demerits. Autonomy only in name. Government company exist only in name. The reality policy ministers, government officers, therefore fear is in the day-to-day working of the government company. Fear of exposure. The annual report of the government company is placed before the parliament. Therefore, the management of the government company often get demoralized and may not take initiative to come out with the implement something innovative. Then lack of expertise. The key of the personnel of the government company are often dispute for government department. Such a person is a lack of expertise and commitment leading the lower operations of the government company. Then lack of professional views. Then sometimes there is a lack of professional views like taking decisions of the government company and by the board of the directors. Company is more bonded with the social objectives of the government. There is a government of business, so there is a merits and demerits of government company. So it is a very important part of our form of business organization 1 and 2. There is a whole points, each and every points is a features, merits and demerits. So it's very important for the merits and demerits for each and every concept. So there is easy formations for any concepts of the government company. So in public accountability means what? The government company present to the parliament. These reports can be discussed for debated there. So it is a public accountability for the state legislations of government act. So there is a autonomy only in name. Autonomy means independent character of government company, and it is official persons to the in the day-to-day working of the government company. Fear to exposure. Exposure means exposed to press and public citizens, and working of the company is called as exposure. So there is a export decisions is made for the government company. So there is a activity for information government like NTPC and MSRDC find out the information. We have seen next part 5.5 multinational corporation in next lecture. Thank you.